Welcome, traveler. Perhaps you didn't come here by accident. Something within you has led you right here. This is where the journey back to yourself begins. A path that is calm, human, and yet full of strength. Enter, take a deep breath, and allow this space to reconnect you with who you truly are. Pause for a moment. Let everything around you fade away. Quiet the world, quiet your thoughts, and listen only to your breath. Because right now, in this very moment, something within you can change. You are not here by coincidence. Your soul brought you here to remember what you once knew long ago and perhaps have forgotten. That your life, your strength, and your balance have always been within you. This space is not ordinary. It is part of a unique program that unites three great paths of human wisdom: Stoicism, Eastern philosophy, and indigenous knowledge. This video will look at your questions, struggles, and challenges through these three perspectives: the view of the Stoic, the Eastern sage, and the voice of indigenous wisdom. It will help you understand why things happen the way they do, and most importantly, how to face them practically with calm, perspective, and strength that rises from within. Here, reason meets the soul, wisdom meets courage, silence meets action. So take a deep breath and let me guide you on a journey that may just change your life. Today, we will talk, explain, and learn how to find balance between healthy self-confidence and the ego. Epictetus said, "A person who knows their worth does not need to prove it to anyone." Self-confidence. It's a word we hear very often today, yet few truly understand what it means. Healthy self-confidence is not about being loud, nor about always being right. Healthy self-confidence is neither self-praise nor excessive modesty. Healthy self-confidence is a quiet certainty in the heart. I know who I am, and I don't need to prove it. To reach this certainty, we must first understand the difference between self-confidence and the ego. Let me start with a story. Imagine two people. One walks into a room and everyone feels them. Not because they speak loudly, but because they are present, calm, and open. The second person enters with a big smile, talks about their achievements, needs recognition. On the outside, they seem confident, but inside there is emptiness. The first person lives from self-awareness. The second person lives from the need to be somebody. And here is the crucial difference to remember. The difference between them is quiet, yet essential. The first person leans on their calm. The second leans on their fear. And what is the Stoic approach to this topic? It is balance in judgment. The Stoic said, "You are not as great as your praise says, and you are not as bad as your criticism says." This is the true essence of healthy self-confidence. Not being dependent on the opinions of others. On the one hand, ego needs validation. On the other, self-confidence arises from within. A Stoic knew the greatest strength lies in humility. Not in humiliation, but in acceptance that you are only a part of a greater whole, and yet you have your value. When someone praises you, say thank you. When people criticize you, reflect. But never allow your peace to depend on others' words. The Eastern principle views this topic as silence as a source of strength. Buddhism says, the ego shouts, the soul whispers. The ego needs to hear that it is right. Self-confidence needs only silence, because it needs nothing more and knows. The ego always compares. Self-confidence, on the contrary, connects. When you are calm, you feel no need to compete, just to be and quietly grow. Healthy self-confidence does not mean being more than others, but being in harmony with yourself. The indigenous principle relies on a method known as the power of the circle. Indigenous cultures did not know the concept of ego. They knew only the balance between the self and the tribe. Every member had their value, but no one was more than the others, because the strength of one was the strength of all. When someone became too proud, the elders did not punish them. They invited them into the circle to remind them that their light has meaning only if it also shines for others. Remember, true self-confidence is a power that does not separate, but connects. And here are my practical recommendations for you. Observe your ego. Work with it. Notice when you need to have the last word, or when it unsettles you that someone disagrees with you. That is your ego, not your true self. Do not compare. Be inspired. Every person walks a different path. Comparing yourself to others is a loss of energy. Invest that energy in your own growth. Learn to say, I don't know. Strength is not in always being right. Strength is in openness to learn. Strength is in your growth. Say thank you more often. Gratitude is the remedy for pride. The ego wants to boast. The heart gives thanks. Be still. Each day, spend a moment just being. Don't speak, don't argue, don't explain, no proving, no performing. There, in silence, your true self-confidence grows. Now let's look at practical exercises that will help you. Exercise number 1. I am, but I am not more. The goal of this exercise is to realize your worth without needing superiority. Stand before a mirror. Look yourself in the eyes and slowly say, I am enough, but I am not more than others. Take 3 slow inhales and exhales. Smile at the end. Practice daily at least 3 minutes. This exercise trains your body to remember this stance and helps you build healthy self-confidence without pride. Exercise number 2. Silence instead of defense. The goal of this exercise is to learn to respond not from ego, but from calm. When someone says something that hurts or irritates you, do not answer immediately. Breathe slowly and count to 3 in your mind. Only then consider a response, or simply smile and say nothing. Practice for at least 10 seconds each time such a situation arises. This exercise is extremely powerful in practice and helps you control the ego that wants to react at once. Calm waits. Every silence strengthens your inner power. Exercise number 3. 3 things I am not responsible for. The goal of this exercise is to release the pressure of the ego that wants to control everything. Take a paper and write, today I am not responsible for. Then add specifics. List 3 things not dependent on you. For example, others' opinions, the weather, the past. Then read it aloud and exhale deeply. Practice daily at least 3 to 5 minutes. This exercise returns your freedom and humility, teaching your ego to loosen its grip. Exercise number 4. Heart and head together. The goal of this exercise is to connect your reason, your ego, and your feeling, your self-confidence. Place your right hand on your heart and your left on your forehead. Breathe slowly. With each inhale, say, I feel. With each exhale, say, I understand. Repeat the sequence 5 times. Practice daily at least 2 minutes. Though symbolic, this is a very effective exercise that unites 2 poles of your personality, teaching you to respond from balance, not ego. Exercise number 5. I see a human in you goal. Strengthen humility and empathy, an antidote to an overgrown ego. When you meet someone, on the street, at work, or in a shop, say inwardly, they have their own story. Smile gently. without judging or comparing. Practice several times a day for a few seconds as the situation allows. This exercise shifts how you perceive the world, gradually softens inner pride, and strengthens your sense of belonging and kindness. Choose one or several exercises for yourself, or practice them all. The final decision is only yours. And what is the final thought of this video? Self-confidence is not loud. It is steady like the ground beneath your feet. When you know your worth, you do not need to prove it, only to live it. The ego teaches you how to survive. Self-confidence teaches you how to be. Take a deep breath and let everything you've just heard settle for a moment. Every word, every image that spoke to you today has the power to change the way you see yourself and the world around you. Remember, the strength, the calm, and the balance you're searching for have always been within you. You just need to return to them. If this video inspired you, give it a like and help these ideas reach others who might need them right now. Subscribe to the channel My Life in My Hands so you won't miss the next step on this journey. A journey toward a conscious, peaceful, and powerful life. And if you're ready to go deeper, watch the next video waiting for you right here. Because with every step forward, you discover more of who you truly are. Never forget, your life is truly in your hands.